It's so good to be back, amigos. Did you miss me? Don't answer that, because we all know the answer is you missed me so much, you didn't do shit about it.
Yep, we're back to square one. We had one decent episode in the show. Now we're back to stupid nonsense in the show. It sucks. We could have maybe built something off of it, but oh well. It's just gonna be probably trash, which figured it wasn't going to last long. I figured the show would go back to its typical shtick after episode 6. I didn't think the show was gonna pick up after that. I figured we were going to have only one decent episode and then it's back to nonsense. But we could get another decent episode, but we'll have to wait and see. Why don't we get started with the episode? So it opens up with Snarl just walking through the jungle, but then Optimus pokes his head out of the bush. Then Snarl hears something, so he goes back in the bush and just shrugs it off. But then Alita does a whistling sound effect, and the characters just continue to give each other signals. Eventually, Snarl catches on and it tries to attack E. And it's just Alita, Bumblebee, and Optimus. Optimus and Alita try catching B. They decide to bump into each other like complete idiots. B falls on top of them, and then they're captured in a net. Snarl points his sword at them and says to be silent unless you want your spark to be darkened forever. Can't just say, unless if you want to die, or anything like that. What's up with kids media wussing out on saying, or I'm gonna kill you? Like, there's plenty of kids media has used those words. Now we're just wussing out of it. But D to the B, it doesn't matter. It's a kids show. Just accept it. No. Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there indeed. A matter of time. Alita says, we're looking for the other guy. Hey, I'll let it slide, even though that line was stupid. I'll let it slide because she didn't meet Grimlock. Even though at the same time, Optimus would have told the name of the guy that they were looking for. And Alita says, he around? B says,
you know, tall, terrible breath, anger management issues.
Prime says, oh, he's here. Isn't that right? And Grimlock, we get to see just lurking in the shadow and the bushes, just monologuing, saying, you just stay away, little Prime. You take orders as bad as you give them. Then Prime's like, we want to talk, Grimlock. Grimlock is not for that at all. And says that we already know what you're seeking. And apparently Snarl managed to record them. So something I did forget in episode 5, I'm not sure if I corrected it in episode 6, I might have forgotten, but Snarl was in the background of episode 5 and 6. He was just there in the shadows, specifically 6. In episode 6, we see Snarl just watching them. So then Alita says that's kind of creepy. Then B said, you didn't see everything, right? And then Snarl just suspiciously just turns at him, and B's like,
oh, Primus.
I'll say that was a little funny. I'll give you that. But then Grimlock says,
you want to fight Beast? Escape! You lack the spark of true leader.
Optimus then just grabs the net and then just rips it open, freeing the 3 of them. Which just makes you think, if he was able to do that, why didn't he do that sooner? DB, stop it. It's fine. Just stop criticizing it. This criticism of a little kid show is completely ridiculous. We just need to keep letting kids consume this. Let the kids have fun with the show, DB. Stop being mean to the kids. How dare you be mean to the kids? Oh, yeah, no, I'm not falling for that. Again, kids deserve better media, and you can cry all about it, that I am saying that kids deserve better than this schluck. And Optimus says, you underestimate us, we're getting stronger every day. And with your help, we would have enough strength to win. Which then Grimlock just laughs at the concept of what Optimus just said. Grimlock then says, you think you could demand loyalty, but then a challenge starts to activate Hunted or Be Hunted. And Optimus and Grimlock come up with an arrangement where if Optimus wins the match, Grimlock and Snarl join Optimus's team to help take down Scorponok. If Grimlock wins, they'll join his team and do what he wants. Which then Alita is questioning if that's even a good idea. And then Grimlock agrees to Optimus's challenge and the game begins. Also, their weapons are deactivated so they can't use their weapons for this challenge. It begins with Optimus being the hunter and Grimlock being the hunted. Grimlock goes into the bushes and Optimus is just looking for Grimlock, where then Grimlock appears out of nowhere and catches Optimus off guard, which then makes the program switch to Grimlock being the hunter and Optimus being the hunted. And Snarl says Grimlock's not the hunter, so this is invalid for the attacks. And it's like this cool anime background to make it seem epic, even though it really isn't. And Alita also gets one saying that he's toying with him. Then we transition to Grimlock hunting Optimus. And it sounds like Optimus is behind this stack of logs. But then it turns out that Grimlock was wrong. And then Optimus manages to get Grimlock and become the hunter again. And then Bee and Alita celebrate, but then Snarl's like, you fool. He sealed his own fate. And then this roles switch again, where Optimus is the hunted and Grimlock is the hunter. Then Bee's like, hold up. That was, and then Snarl interrupts, all part of the plan. He was merely drawing out Optimus in, and now comes the true test. And Lita's like, he knew they would switch roles all along. So yeah, it's one of these episodes. That's why I'm not a fan of this episode. It's because of the whole trope of, this was my plan, but then they go like, oh, you thought you were the one who was planning this? But it was secretly me who was planning it all along. And then later it's like, haha, you thought you had the plan of a plan, but it turns out that I had the plan of a plan of the plan. This trope has always been stupid for me because it's such a dumb trope. I like the switcheroo plan, like if it's done once, like they were expecting it. But once it goes like back and forth so many times, it gets so annoying. And then Alita says, why am I saying this all out loud? Which, well, I'll admit, that was kind of funny. Grimlock then shakes off the mud and roars and begins to hunt Optimus again. Transition to Optimus, who's hiding behind a tree, then barrel rolls to the next tree. But then Optimus accidentally makes a sound. Grimlock detects it, and Optimus has to think cleverly, and this is what he came up with. Why? Now, the person I was watching this with said he could be partially transformed, which has been previously established, but this is not how Optimus's transformation works in this show. Because if you look at this transformation from episode 1, this is not possible whatsoever. Especially since Optimus's wheels are behind his arms and not on the side of his arms. So yeah, this is not possible. Unless if Optimus just decided to dislocate his arm just for this one moment. Damn, this is a stupid criticism. Like, it doesn't matter. It's funny. You should laugh at it. I'm gonna laugh at it right now to prove my point. No. I just found this cringe. If you found it funny, cool. Good for you. And then the roles switch again, where Optimus is the hunter again, and he is now hunting Grimlock. And Optimus then follows Grimlock's tracks, saying, you thought you could cover your tracks? he takes a turn into the bushes, where then he is trapped in quicksand, which would be my guess. Or maybe it's the plot convenient mud again. Oh my gosh, I forgot about the plot convenient mud from a couple episodes ago. And Grimlock's like, you survived longer than most, but you think you would learn this environment. And then Optimus said, that's the thing though, I did. And he pulled a rope, and then a tree trunk just slides and knocks Grimlock out. So it turns out that Optimus had the plan of the plan of the plan. But then Grimlock follows Optimus, where then he cuts the tripwire that Optimus apparently set up at some point, and Grimlock gets captured in a net, where then Optimus has the winning chance to win this match, and he basically tags Grimlock. That's it. You couldn't have done at least some sort of fight to insert dominance. I'm not asking violence like Optimus ripping off Grimlock's arm or anything, but seriously, just boop. That's it. Wow. What a bad build-up. And then Grimlock agrees to his word and decides that Snarl and him will follow Optimus. And then Snarl says, are you sure? This will definitely interfere with the truce. And Grimlock says, I know what I'm doing. And then as Grimlock, Alita, Bumblebee, and Optimus are gathering together, Snarl says, I hope so, and walks backwards in the bushes. Now, quick thing before I end this review. My prediction is Snarl is going to betray them. Just how he said it and walked behind the bushes makes it a little bit suspicious. I'm like, he's obviously going to turn on them because he doesn't like that Grimlock had lost the fight and is going to team up with somebody else. So yeah, that's something to look forward to. Probably like the most possibly interesting thing that this show could offer. But yeah, that was episode 7. It wasn't good. It wasn't that good. I mean, I didn't expect it to hold up. I was still kind of hoping that it would. Like, I don't want to just hate things. People probably just think I do. But I don't want to hate a Transformers show. I love Transformers. It's one of my favorite IPs in existence. But I just hate how Transformers has been handling itself lately. It's not been a really good track record, especially since the shows have been doing terrible, especially Earthspark. Earthspark was definitely my shaking point, realizing that you could definitely mess up this franchise in some way. I was hoping Cyberworld would learn from Earthspark, and it kinda did, for the wrong reasons though. But again, that will be its own video at some. But yeah, this episode is lame and convoluted. It is not a good episode. It's just a drag. Also, the subversions in the episode were so stupid. This show is not getting any better. It had its chance. Now it has lost it, and it's probably not I mean, we could get another decent episode, and I'll definitely say if it's decent, but this show will probably not get any better, and that's alright. And if people like it, cool. I think it's trash. If you're just a common sense person who thinks the show is decent but knows it's not perfect, and can acknowledge the whole it's a kids show thing, so it shouldn't get criticism, is dumb. If you don't buy that narrative, I won't come after you. But if you definitely appeal to that narrative, expect to be called out. But anyway, this is D to the B signing off.